So we left off on Friday with VG knocking on the door and Selena Auntie coming out. Chapter 35 is called Hospital. Can you help my sister? I asked Selena Auntie. I thrust our money into her hands. We can pay. Of course I'll help. Selena Auntie took the money, and I'll keep this safe for you. I'm not coming. Arul muttered. Your choice. Selena Auntie took Ruku's limp body from Arul. We don't force anyone to live here. Inside, Selena Auntie laid Ruku down on a sofa and motioned for me to set Mutu down on another. I have to call a doctor. They need to go to a hospital. Promise you won't lock my sister away. The old fear surged in me again. I would never do that. Selena Auntie spoke to a doctor on the phone and waited with me until she came. The doctor took your temperature and listened to your chest. You didn't shrink from her gentle touch and kind voice. She examined Mutu next, but I only had eyes for you. Dr. Sumitra asked me lots of questions. Did you use mosquito nets? Did you boil the water before you drank it? What medication did you try to give her? How much? How long has her brow felt so hot? As best I could, I answered these questions. When I asked the only question that mattered to me, will my sister be okay? Dr. Sumitra did not reply. She left to join Selena Auntie in the next room, where they spoke in hushed tones. I strained my ears, but couldn't catch what they were saying. In that room, where you were lying, a cross hung on the wall above the sofa, like the one we had seen in church. Looking at Yesu on the cross, I said the prayer Arul had taught me. I said every prayer Amma had sung that I could remember. I prayed silently, words echoing in my head louder than anything I had ever spoken. Wherever you are, I begged, whoever you are, please let Ruku get better. It must only have been a few minutes later that men came and carried you and Mutu into an ambulance. Selena Auntie and I got in. You were both in such a stupor that neither the flashing lights nor the siren seemed to upset you. The men carried the two of you into a hospital. Silent as a shadow, I followed Selena Auntie while she talked to people and filled out forms, and the men wheeled you both out of sight. A strangely familiar scent rose from the floor. After all those days of having my nose filled with the sense of rubbish, it took me time to recognize the burning scent of the acrid liquid Amma used to clean her bathroom every once in a while. Selena Auntie tried to explain. Dr. Sumitra thinks they may have dengue fever. It's carried by mosquitoes. They'll get better, right? I hope so, VG. Most people do. But her eyes got shiny like she was about to cry. She clutched my hand until a nurse came and led us through the hospital to peek into the overcrowded ward where you were. You and Mutu lay in beds near one another. You were each hooked up to a contraption that dripped medicine and food and water into your veins, Selena Auntie explained. They'll be well looked after, she promised. She didn't promise that you would get better. I wanted to stay with you, but Selena Auntie insisted the best thing I could do was try to get some sleep and make sure I didn't fall ill too. Back at the home, she asked questions about us. We had always looked out for each other, I said. I told her how you had earned money with your beadwork, how well you could work with your hands, how most of our teachers and even Amma thought you couldn't do much of anything. At that, she frowned too. Too often we expect too little, she said. Ruku was more careful about what she ate than we were. She never waded through trash like we did, I said. It's not fair. She fell ill. Life isn't fair, Selena Auntie sighed. There are too many children like you without a home, and children shouldn't have to work. I'm just glad I can help you a little bit now. Thank you for trusting me, Viji. If only I had trusted Selena Auntie sooner. You and Mutu might have been playing in the sunshine, celebrating the end of the rainy season, instead of lying in hospital beds. That night, Selena Auntie asked if I wanted to call anyone on the phone or write anyone a letter. I wrote to Amma, but I didn't tell Selena Auntie who I was writing to. I let Amma know we were in the city with good friends. I asked her if she was all right, said I would earn and send her money. I didn't tell her how sick you were, because I didn't want to believe it. Okay, that is the end of. So for today, it's just two simple responses. What do you think will happen with Mutu and Ruku at the hospital? And what kind of person do you think Selena Auntie is? Okay, I can't wait to read your responses. And some of you have been just writing beautiful responses with all the ingredients, giving examples, explaining your examples. Please do that. But there's others of you who I give replies and to your answers, and I say this isn't acceptable. I expect you, when you get a reply like that, to fix your response. Okay? All right. Thank you so much.